Welcome back, folks, to the den of Cthulhu himself, with our investigators in question introducing themselves in no particular order.
Clyde, go first.
Okay. My name is Jack Klyka, and I play Jack Klyka, whose name is Jack Klyka.
Lots of Jack Liker there.
Yo, dog.
I'm playing Violet Carter.
Yep.
I am the ghost of Dunnin.
Yes, done in unfortunately got done in.
And I'm playing Daniel. Who am I playing? Daniel.
Daniel Graves.
Daniel Grant. There we go.
Grant, yeah. And one more person who's yet to speak.
Fucking cats going batshit. I'm playing Mr. Stravinsky.
Yes. When we last left the group, they'd split themselves up into various small selections. Violet Carter had gone investigating various tomes and had gone to talk with an occultist, and it would seem former investigator of the mythos Fred Milton. That conversation had just recently concluded. Whereas Jack Klyka and Daniel had gone to a voodoo man and received the address of a certain man who had been associated with the man they are searching for.
Yeah,
And
man.
Unfortunately, the two other people, Stravinsky and Dunnin, went to go see Sam Baker.
I will haunt your ass.
Unfortunately, Sam Baker killed Dunnin.
Dun, dun, dun.
And Stravinsky escaped with some fairly moderate wounds, but is still alive.
I have, by the way, decided that Stravinsky is driving straight to the, house where he was, he had board with Daniel. Assuming he's hoping
Yeah.
to find him there,
Yeah.
so he can doctor.
So,
for
what
next
about the
year.
other two groups?
Well, it would make sense certainly that me and Jack Klyka would have gone back
What-
to the house because that's a good meeting point, isn't it?
Yeah, we did get that address from
Yeah.
the voodoo man.
And did
But we
Violet...
would. Oh, sorry.
Go on. No, you.
I was just gonna say certainly between Daniel and Jack, I assume they would have discussed that it wouldn't be a good idea to go with just two of them. They'd wait for the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll go back to the house.
And finally, Miss Carter?
I'm presumably going back to the house afterwards because that
fair
would make
enough.
the most sense.
Yep, so you all arrive at various times to the house, and I'm going to decide who gets there first. Well, we know who's getting there first, and that would be Klyka and Daniel. They're there way first, with the roll of a 2.
Can we move with the Monty Python clubs?
You're doing that with the car.
Yeah, preferably.
Then it's Violet, and tailing a long way behind, stuck briefly in traffic, was Stravinsky.
Aww.
That
Which
must
is
have been
the
an
corpse.
awkward traffic jam.
Typical.
So, fortunately, you'd positioned him in such a way that it just looked like he was very motionless rather than dead.
I was gonna say.
sort of cleaved as well. On
Well,
the
you were very, very careful in the
clavicle.
positioning of coats.
All right.
So, when Violet Carter arrives back, there is Jack Klyka and Daniel already there.
Right. Hello, Violet. Welcome to
Welcome
this
to Call of
place.
Cthulhu.
Yeah, welcome to Call of Cthulhu. We'll be your guides.
I can't actually, because it's been some time since the last session, I can't remember exactly
Then
what I was told.
You were told that...
Could you refresh what was going on?
I can refresh you, actually, on what Fred Milton told you. Fred Milton informed you that he had experience with the strange and the occult of the not just normal variety, and that he was actually one of the people responsible for the destruction of the Black Knife cult's presence in England way back in the mid-1900s, and that the fact that you found all the evidence you presented to him stated that the cult must be back, and the mentioning of you didn't know about Weatherford, or you did say the name Weatherford, and he said that Weatherford was a man who was integral to the cult, and that Sam Baker was a man who was exceptionally dangerous and should not be approached directly. He said he wasn't going to help go to the house with you, but that you should expect things concerning the dead there.
Yombies.
Or some such, yes.
It's gonna. We've been talking to a voodoo guy. It's gonna be zombies.
So that's what Violet Carter relays to you.
All right.
Then we'll just relay the information that we
Yeah,
got
we'll
from the
relay
voodoo
our
man, really.
information, and that we have an address, and that that we should probably check that out, but that we should all be together before we go there, because
And we were told to expect a poor welcome.
Yeah, because I mean it's literally a cultist's home or
It was
something
at
like
this
that.
point that you hear a motorbike driving up outside.
Or a train, one of the two.
Stravinsky, what are your actions?
Zerbinski enters the door, kicking the door down. It's of course not locked, so
You kick it
But
open.
he just-
rather
but
than
he
Still,
kicks it open and
yeah.
he's bawling, he's clutching poor Dunnan
You
in his
s-
hands,
You
going,
can notice as a doctor, Daniel, that Dunnan is very, very dead.
Thought that you could notice as a doctor. He's
I was
very
about to say,
sad.
I noticed that he's very dead.
"No, Daniel!" He goes, places him on the
Everybody
table.
else
Everyone's
who's in the
situating around.
everybody else except Stravinsky needs to make a sanity check. You were not expecting a corpse.
Oh,
A
okay.
faint whisper comes into your ear. I got done in.
You were not expecting.
It fucking hurt.
Okay, sanity roll, click. I have a 90, so I failed.
You failed. Fair enough.
Axes sting.
I'm assuming
much-
I don't have to make a roll.
You don't have to roll.
No.
The dead do not phase you out like these two.
How much do I lose?
I will let you know when Violet informs me of her sanity roll.
Sorry, I had to open up the dice rolling thing. I got 16.
You don't suffer any sanity loss. Jack, like you lose 1.
Okay.
This unsettles you. Stravinsky has a wound across his chest. It doesn't seem to you don't think it's life threatening, Daniel?
I say to Stravinsky, I should probably have a look at that old boy.
That's Stravinsky.
I tell him to sit down and motion to
Stravinsky
over a
is
chair.
sour as he had a very well written entry, all prepared, and he got interrupted before he could finish it.
You
But
can,
that aside, he sits down and,
fortunately,
of course, cries about poor little Alexei.
unfortunately, dead people tend to interrupt the flow.
Fucking dicks. The only thing I had prepared for today.
While I say to the others, while I'm trying to clean this man up, does someone want to cover up Mr. Dunnan? There's not a lot we can do for him.
That's a good idea.
Bury me next to my hobo
I'll-
bags.
Alternatively,
Yeah,
we can always
I'll
set
get, like-
fire to him.
I'll get like a blanket or something.
You can do a medicine roll on.
Yes, I'll do a medicine roll as I treat.
Yeah.
Or attempt to anyway.
If you
D20.
burn my corpse, I'll haunt your ass.
D20, right?
It's a D100. You
Oh,
want to
sorry,
get
100.
equal to or under your medicine.
17.
70. Oh, that's a good roll. That's a very good roll. I'm going to put a tick by medicine. You restore a whopping 3 hit points back to an extra 3 hit points back to Stravinsky as you do some effort to clean up his wound to make sure it doesn't get infected and some brief like dealing with the blood. It's not bleeding anymore,
God damn it.
but you think it might scar.
How much was my total? I've forgotten.
Your total, you took quite a fair bit of damage during the session, but I can't remember exactly how much it was. I will say that you actually took 9 points of damage. You healed yourself for a small amount, which is like 2.
Yeah, I was at 7 right now, so now
You're
I'm
at
at
7,
10.
so now you're at 10. You're at 10 hit points.
I forget my total though.
13 is your total. So
Okay,
you're
I'll
not that
just-
bad actually right now. Are you going to
He's still very sad though.
You're
He's
going to-
crying.
you going to
about
relay what happened?
poor little Alexei. He was so brave. Big man came at him with axe. I had to kill man, and it was not nice. Poor little Alexei.
Wait, you
Man.
had to kill someone?
Man was so brave, but die. And he was made to chop.
There is a cat in the background.
There's the cat. She's going back. I tried putting food in her.
Unfortunately, the Peterson's
Put food
cat
in the
is
cat.
the Peterson's cat is interrupting here.
But... God damn it, boys! Relax. Hold on. Come here. No.
Sorry, the Smithsons have a cat. Clearly, they must have.
Well, yes, obviously.
So
Well, Stravinsky relays as best he can what happened. Of
Was
course.
his name Stravinsky?
Stribinski.
Stravinsky informs you that he followed up one of the addresses that they managed to get from Violet. There was a folded sheet of paper within one of the books that had a bunch of addresses that you know. One of you went off to go to the Voodoo Manor. They went to Sam Baker, who was an ox of a man. And he pretty much relays how the man seemed quite friendly up until he went to go get tea for them. And then Dunnan started looking at a weird book on the man's desk. And upon starting to flick through the books, Sam Baker went at them with a fire axe and killed Dunnan and nearly killed Stravinsky.
This, of course, happened, but Stravinsky did not realize the connection with the book, and this does not relay this.
You relay the fact that after he went up to look at a desk, Sam Baker went nuts.
Yeah.
I went at them with an axe that he seemed to have in his kitchen.
See.
Did you retrieve any material from the desk?
Stravinsky looks puzzled, looks at Alexi's corpse.
Perhaps it would be a wise idea that we go back and have a look at the room before it's
Yeah, we better go back.
contaminated by the police.
We better go back. This guy killed Dunnan. Okay, I can't believe you guys are all so calm about this. Like, we all always almost got killed multiple times, and now it actually did hit one of us. And you guys are just standing here asking this Russian guy about what happened. We should just go there and find out ourselves.
Stravinsky starts bawling again.
Can I?
In hindsight, my voice
Can you-
sounds ironic.
Can you
Did Stravinsky have a sanity check after that? After seeing Dunning get
he's
murdered?
a soldier as well.
So he's alright. Yeah, I was about to
He
say,
is alright.
otherwise I could have used one of my.
You can still use psychoanalysis if you like.
Should I use give psychoanalysis a whirl? See
Yeah,
if
you
it helps him
can.
calm down.
You can.
See if I can talk him down.
Yeah, go on, give it a go.
Alright, okay, let's give it a go. 76.
No, your
No.
words fall on bawling ears. So, are we all agreed to go back to Sam Baker's residence?
Yes, but if I may make the point, we should go back with weapons.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
well,
already
yes.
armed.
We
I
have our weapons, so yeah.
pull back my coat to reveal my knife and pistol.
Right.
I would say we had to shoot gun in house. Maybe people there now heard gun.
Well, perhaps
Police, maybe.
perhaps sooner rather than later then, boys.
Right. So you guys are going?
Who's? Someone give me 5 minutes. I'll move Mr. Dunning's body to the upper rooms so he's out of the way. We can give him proper burial when we get back.
Right. You're going to do that?
Yes.
I'm going to give you a luck roll here.
By the way, you guys should really check out my stream.
Yeah, no, I've seen the picture. It's basically correct.
You are a lucky man. As you move the corpse up, you only just remember that the Smithsons are not in right now. That would have been awkward if they had have been.
Well, I'm
That
a
wife's
doctor.
gonna be scared.
To be fair, I'm a doctor. I could have explained that away.
You could have. So you moved the body into.
I'll put him in my room, say.
Put him in your room. Okay. And now you're going to all go off in the Cartermobile back to Sam Baker's house.
Yep.
Stravinsky takes his motorcycle.
You take your motorcycle.
Yes.
The sight that greets you at the flats, the first thing you notice is a police car outside. There's no one in it, but there is a police car.
Just one?
Just one. There's no one in the police car. There's no ambulances either.
Well, if worst comes to worst, gentlemen, I could. If someone comes up with me as my assistant, we could get into the crime scene. Say I've been called by the police. They may not know this yet.
True.
Who wants to come up?
I'll come up with you.
Okay.
Anyone
I
else?
was about
going
to,
up
wait,
with
I
them?
was about to say, wait a minute. It might be better to have a female assistant because.
Oh, right. Well, Violet, you kind of fill that position.
Okay.
So you're going to go up to the
Yes.
address. Who went to the police station? I'm just curious.
Me and Klaika.
You recognise the man at the while you don't recognise the policeman at the door, you recognise one of the men in the room. It's Manningley.
Was he the helpful policeman?
He was the helpful policeman, the one inside who gave you all that information.
Can I sort of call his name through the open door?
Yes, you can. It's not hard to get his attention. He looks surprised you're there, though. And ushers his policeman aside. He's still in the doorway. Daniel. Fancy seeing you here at this scene.
I shake his hand.
Shakes your hand.
I happened to be passing, quite literally just down the street, and I noticed the car, and I was wondering if you needed an assistant of a doctor, since I happen to be here.
No doctor needed here. Something's happened. Had eyewitness, well, not eyewitness accounts, but accounts of sound of a scuffle and gunfire, and by the time anybody came down here, there was some bloodstains and a body, or a person. I don't know what's happened to the person. The ambulance got here before we did.
Oh, they've already left. Oh, okay.
They have, yeah. We just have some people going over the scene.
Are we in the same room as the desk?
There is a desk in the corner.
Is there anything on it?
Can we see into the room? Yeah.
You can see into the room. You can see into the room. Let me go past and see what is there. There are some things, but they are being bagged up. Some books, and there's also some letters.
Are there any other entrances to the room that we can see from here?
There
Because
are-
obviously we haven't seen the room.
There is only the way that Simon is standing in.
Okay.
He does seem like he's still a little puzzled.
What, that we're here?
Yes.
I just don't think there's any reasonable excuse we can sort of chill off. If there's no reason for a doctor to even get into the scene, it's gonna be more difficult, I think.
Did you find anything, out of curiosity, if you found anything out about the Smitherson case while I'm here?
We found some more information on missing people in general, which may be related.
Nothing about Smitherson, though?
It certainly could be related.
In what way?
In the sense that, look, it's a bit awkward standing here in the door. Could we just come in
And sit down? I don't think that would be a problem.
Cool.
Lets you sit down.
So
Is he clearly talking to
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
He
what's the character called?
Daniel.
He is
Daniel.
clearly talking to
So-
Daniel right now.
So I've sat down. Could I have my assistant perhaps not sit down and start moving away? If you catch my drift.
Exactly. No, that's what I was thinking. Is I could
Yeah.
just casually have a wander over and look at the desk.
Yeah?
Yeah. So I'll, if you want to do it, I'll keep talking too.
Yeah. You're going to give a cursory glance at the desk.
Yeah. Is it clear that stuff's been taken from the desk and bagged already, or is it in
Something
the
has definitely been taken. As you're actually moving over, a policeman is actually taking away a book.
Can I get a good glance at its spine?
You can only tell that the colour of the book is black.
Oh, the color of evil.
However, there are still some letters on the desk that have not been bagged.
Would it be possible for me to have a casual look at them without attracting too much attention?
Let's see. Casual look without attracting too much attention. How much detail can you glean from these letters without... I'd like you to make me an English roll.
An English roll?
Yes, please.
What would that
Your
be?
English is your education times 5%.
My education is 19.
So that's pretty high then.
So let's make an English roll. 49.
Yeah, that's easily a success.
I managed the complicated task of reading.
You manage the complicated task of reading really quickly on a glance to get the general gist of what you're trying to read.
She's a wizard!
A fair few of these letters are not, you do not think any at all important, but there are two which you think might be useful if you got a closer look at them, because one of them is addressed to a Daniel, and the other one is addressed directly to not Sam Baker, but Smithy. You think that these are at least letters from two of his acquaintances?
Is anybody looking at me?
I was about to say, can I distract the police officer who's bagging by asking him to come over because with the book?
Well, that's what I wonder. Is it
Yeah.
Well, he's actually leaving the room. He's taking the evidence
Oh,
away.
well,
so...
Well,
in
if
that
that's what I want to
case-
mean. Can I call him over to where I am though? I want to sort of beckon him over.
try. I'm going to make a luck roll for you on that, actually, to see if your efforts work.
That's a blag slowly.
It's not going to be an easy one, this one, even with your luck. No. No,
Dead.
Oh well.
he's going,
Dead.
but he is out the room now, and it's just Simon. And Simon's not paying any attention to Violet.
Okay, I'm just going to casually just take the couple of letters that seem relevant,
Yep.
fold them up and stick them in a voluminous pocket, or
Yep.
just secrete them somewhere around my person.
Yep, okay.
Out of character, Kiko. Smitherson was the kid's name, wasn't it?
Smitherson was Peter Smitherson was the
That's a Peter Smitherson, that's it, yeah.
name of the child, and the guy that house that you're in is Sam Baker.
Yeah, I thought it was the name of the kid. I just couldn't remember exactly. Yeah, okay, cool.
So he's asking for more information concerning what you've uncovered.
I basically inform him of what the voodoo man said, but without the concrete details. I'll just say that we've been informed that there is a gathering, but not where, and that we're trying to still narrow it down.
This is he says that if you were to provide him, if you're to provide me with if you ever find out where that address is, I can send one of my people over to examine it.
As soon as I hear something, and if I get anything concrete, I'll let you know. But obviously, I'd hate to send you on a wild goose chase first. Don't want to waste a professional's time now. But if I see anything on my door-to-door doctor calls, then I'll let you know.
Narrows his eyes a little at you. You sure there's nothing you want to tell me?
Oh, absolutely. If I came to you willingly before, if I had anything extra, I would tell you.
Right. Psychology roll.
Ooh, what is my psychology? 58. Okay. Sorry, I've lost my rolly thing.
That's alright.
43.
You get the feeling he might have noticed you were lying. But he isn't saying anything about it.
Meanwhile, this conversation is occurring. Is there anything else that I can glean from the room, or is it all just?
It's all
barely?
there's an overturned chair. There's a lot of blood in a route to a room leading to a room which looks like a bedroom, and there's the kitchen. But there doesn't appear to be much else around. There is a fire axe that has been discarded. It's got blood on it.
Well, I mean, obviously, I'll need that. But no, I mean, I'll leave that. Don't
Take
touch
it there's
that up.
nothing else you want to talk to Simon about?
Not unless I ask him if he's heard anything since.
No, he hasn't heard anything.
In that sense, I will call my assistant back over if she's done and bid him adieu.
Right,
And I repeat that I will let him know if I hear anything.
Yep. You get I imagine you meet up with the others.
Yep.
You're going to read those letters.
Certainly.
Right. They come. The other two return with only letters. 2 of them, though. They're excited to see you, by the way. You can tell.
Yay!
Even Stravinsky's thrilled.
He's still
Thrilled with the
sad.
potential contents of these letters.
Okay, the first letter is addressed not very long ago, like less than a month. It's Daniel, I find your discovery extremely interesting. I bet you never thought we'd uncover something like this, eh? In all our years back in England, I thought we'd learned all we could. I guess coming here was a blessing in disguise after all, eh? I'll be coming over with the rest of us as usual in a week. Maybe then you can show us what you've learnt. Smithy. The second letter is you think from Daniel to Smithy. It says, Smithy, words cannot describe the wonders I have uncovered. They also cannot describe the horror. Both are beautiful to me, however, and we both know that it is something inevitable in the world that we must find things we can never truly know of. But I have found something like this right in front of my nose. Sadly, I cannot make this long. I do not want to risk going out of the room to get another piece of paper, and this piece is only small. Rest assured, my old friend, this is something that will rival all the discoveries I or any in my line have ever made. It is something that will change the way we do things forever, and perhaps it is a blessing from our masters, a reward to show our great work is not going unnoticed. You're smart enough to realize that you think the letter you read first was actually written after and had not yet been sent.
Okay. What do we actually glean from that as far as solid information goes? It's an interesting question.
Well, we've got 2 names, at the very least. Something to go on.
Yeah, we already have an address though, don't we?
Yes, we got an address
Dan-
off the voodoo man.
Daniel, You glean from this that whatever you glean from this, although amazingly Violet doesn't.
This is racist.
You glean from this that whatever this group is, they have weekly meetings.
Why? Just out of interest, why do I glean as opposed to?
Because
I failed a roll, presumably.
you failed a roll and you passed.
Oh, okay. Then I glean away.
So these people meet weekly. The only problem is you don't know what day weekly.
In that sense, I'll sort of speak to the group then.
Yeah.
These group of gentlemen obviously meet weekly, at an unknown address. However, we now have an address of suspected occultists or cultists, and we can probably put two and two together the fact that they may be the same. It's too much of a coincidence otherwise, especially with what happened to your colleague.
Armed with this information, what is your plan, people?
Well, it might be worth scoping out the place subtly, like.
What do the other two people in the group think?
Two?
Is there anything else to glean from the letters, by the way, other than what we've heard? Like,
No.
just.
Not really.
Well, honestly, I want to take vengeance for Dunnan. Like, I want to stalk around. I basically want to go in there and smoke those fuckers out.
Right?
Then, if for plan of attack, then how about we go back to the lodgings, we deal with your friend's body, perhaps with a burial, and then think about what we want to do from there.
Do we all have appropriate weapons, by the way?
I agree. The house is not going to go away. We should give Dunnan a proper burial. I'm going to pay for it, or we can all pay for it, or however. And
So just to be clear, do we know when they have their weekly meeting?
No.
No.
Okay, so scoping it out would make sense because I mean
Yeah.
there are two schools of thought. The first would be that we go in when they're having a meeting, and the second would be specifically when they're not.
They're not having a meeting.
I think what we should do is we should take turns scoping it out because we can't just have like one person. I mean, Dunnan is dead, so we can't just have someone sit on the street all day. Sorry. No, basically we should take turns scoping out the place while doing preparations, like for example, everybody getting themselves like a little shotgun or something like that, and we should give him a proper burial. And then when we see that they're having the meeting, because obviously a lot of people will arrive, we wait till the meeting is over, till the people go, and then we go in there.
Well, if you guys want to start scoping, I will make arrangements for the body since I know some people in the city.
Okay. So,
But I think Violet also wants to know if we were armed, I believe.
Yeah, I basically want to know if we have appropriate weapons because if we're going in there, everybody needs to have a weapon.
Yeah, like I said, the thing is, we have like I think pistols and so on. Like I have a pistol, but for this kind of stuff, like if we go in there and we
We
expect
want
like
shotguns
groups
and
or
Tommy
something,
guns and
Yes.
lasers and tanks. And...
I want to get myself a shotgun.
Then I should probably tell you all that we have the attention of the police. He certainly did not buy the fact that I did not know of any locations when I had to basically make some stuff up when I was talking to him upstairs so that Violet could investigate.
So, do you think the
I'm
police?
sorry,
is
old boy,
tailing
but
you?
if we encounter some of the things that we've encountered before down there, the police will be the least of your problems, and you will be really quite glad you packed some heavy ordnance.
What do you mean things encountered? Like what?
Let's just say that we've seen some things that might go even someone like you who was in the war shit his pants.
That doesn't make any sense.
It'll-
You're not being clear. You're being on purposely obtuse. You need to actually start giving me details here.
You understand that the nature of this investigation is occult, correct?
Yes, but what that's got to do with anything? It's just the same as any other religion.
Let's just say that you grant us somewhat more credence that these might be true. Let's just say that you might not end up necessarily walking away from this as convinced in your unbelief as you were beforehand.
Basically, what Wyland is saying is that we've seen things that are definitely not human. They don't act human. They don't look human. The only thing they want to do is eat human, and no way are we letting anyone get eaten.
You'll have to forgive me if I don't believe you on that. I've known you gentlemen a few days at best.
I don't
Like-
require that you believe me, merely that you carry a weapon.
Yeah, that's all we've asked for.
I can do. I can fire a weapon of the best of the rest of them.
Well then, sir, just be ready to fire it at any time.
right. So, not Violet. Daniel is arranging for a funeral.
Yep.
Are you arranging for this legally or illegally?
Yes, well, I think legally, because Jack like said he wanted to pay. So I was going to contact my, like funeral parlors in the city or something.
Of course, Jabinski doesn't know any of this, but those of you who have had to deal with COVID would probably prefer burning the corpse, just in case.
Dealing with who?
COVID.
Who is Corbin?
And
Burning
guy
COVID was
from the guy from the
COVID was the
first
first guy
scenario.
you fucked, the zombie guy, and then there was this previous
Corbett.
zombies.
Sorry, yeah. Sorry, I think you said
Yeah.
Corbid. I was like, what? It's
Same
Corbett.
thing.
We're not burning the corpse.
He'll come back and fuck you.
No, he won't.
It's not hard if you want to look, Daniel, to find funeral parlors and all that.
Well, I would assume,
My corpse will
even
haunt your ass.
I assume even being in the city for a brief time, as a dog, he would have known who to talk to anyway. I'm just generally assuming that, and he would have just gone after contact.
Also, this is the 1920s. It can't be that hard to pay some gravekeeper or whatever to
Dude, it's 1920s. Don't pay a gravekeeper. You go to a funeral
a
director.
funeral home or whatever.
The only thing that I will need you to make is a credit rating roll, because for the cursory questions of, oh, how did the man die, and
Credit rating.
Who
okay.
here has the credit rating skill?
I've got
have.
it.
yeah,
I got 50%.
Yeah, I've
I
got
don't know.
55.
I have it. I don't know what it is though because I can't find my sheet. at the moment.
it's the ability to be like,
I rolled 29.
Okay.
you managed to plausibly explain that it was an attack from a wild animal outside the city, rather than saying he got killed by an axe. And they say that if they leave the body with him, that they will arrange for a burial for it. There is a bit of a backlog.
Well,
They will-
that's yeah.
They will sort it for you, and they will let you know when you leave them an address at the time for the funeral if mourners would wish to come.
I leave them obviously the lodging address.
Who's making the first watch on the house?
I'll do it.
You'll do it.
Who
Wait,
is getting the
where
weapons
is-
for us, by the way?
Where is the house?
It's on the outskirts of Boston.
Who is
Any
getting the weapons for us?
nature shit around it, or is it all town?
It's all town.
Ah.
I'm
Shit.
I'm the richest, so I might as well go and buy more guns.
You're gonna buy more guns.
Okay.
More guns.
What
Good.
kind of
I'm gonna borrow like Violet's car or what have you, or a car, and I'm gonna stake out the house.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, you're gonna check out the house.
Are there only residential homes?
It's residential homes.
Okay. What could have been that there's like, I don't know, like a cafe or a park or what have you. That's
It's
something.
only residential.
Okay. Because I don't really want to, go on the porch of another house and sit there and like stake out that house.
Okay, do you have any Daniel? Do you have any weapon skill?
I do. I am proficient in both handguns and fisticuffs, if you like.
You don't have shotguns though.
No. I
'Cause
was.
what I'm thinking of doing is picking up a bunch of trench guns because they'd be tons available, really easy to get from surplus of the First World War.
I would have basic knowledge from basic training, but nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay, cool. I'll grab a couple of Tommy guns, a couple of trench shotguns,
Right.
I'd certainly be more comfortable with my own.
and also
my own
some explosives.
You
Because
want to gain some explosives.
nothing says fun like dynamite.
Right. You get all the stuff that you're doing is fine. You then mentioned that you want explosives, and the man
Wait. I have a plan.
You
I'm
have a
going
plan.
to buy this
Mm.
at a shop that sells gear for doing quarrying.
Right.
Actually, if you're digging up a tree, most people back then would follow up the roots with dynamite because it's just
Yeah.
easier.
Even
It's-
so,
it's-
you're buying a fairish quantity of this stuff rather than a stick.
Yeah, but I think my characters have some understanding of the use of dynamite for blowing up inanimate objects rather than animate objects.
Fair enough. So you're going to go to a place that sells quarrying material.
Yeah. I think it was actually dynamite at this point, wasn't it? That would be the most in vogue. Most in vogue clearance.
Yes.
Ooh.
This is going to be a little interesting for you.
Let's go
But
for it.
you're going to have to convince this guy that you're actually in the business.
In the business of demolition.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
because you're buying a lot of quarrying stuff here.
All right, let's do this.
So he's basically going, that's an awful lot of dynamite you got there, ma'am.
Dynamite.
There are an awful lot of rocks.
You own a quarrying business.
Not so much a quarrying business as much as we need to clear the foundations for a new house, and the rock down there is far too
Oh
tough to drill
really?
into.
Which house is that?
You know, somewhere out past, basically, I described the place that we were previously, where the house burned down.
In Arkham.
Yes.
Forgive me for asking, but why not buy from quarrying materials in Arkham?
Because my house is here, my base of operations is here, and as far as I could tell, there was no sufficiently large supplier of goods of this type, certainly not a reasonable price.
He seems pretty... Yep, he will sell you it.
Excellent.
He will sell you it to you.
And I slip in some shit about, I don't know, shale and
Yeah,
geist and
fine.
nonsense.
You buy some dynamite.
How pleased am I by the dynamite? I'm going to make a happiness roll.
Yeah, go on, make a happiness roll.
I'm 11.
Yeah,
That's
very
a lot
happy.
of pleased by
Very
dynamite.
happy about dynamite. We're entering into the Cthulian staples here. Dynamite. Bring explosives.
Best Mike.
While you're doing this, Kleiker is staking out the house.
Yep.
This house
Kaboom.
is indeed on the outskirts of Boston. It's not hard to find.
Right.
It's not an awfully nice area, but it's not awfully terrible like some of the places you've been. The house is quite large and seemingly well kept from the outside, although it's not hard to notice that the grass outside has not been mowed for some time.
Okay. So is it like the house? You can tell that it's not really being taken care of.
The grass hasn't been mowed. You'd have to actually
That's
go.
it.
You'd
The
have,
house itself.
You'd have to go up and try to look through windows to see other details.
No, but I mean the house from the outside is like the paint coming off or
No,
stuff like that.
no, it's just the grass.
Okay. Okay.
Just the
Interesting.
grass. Not the paint, just the grass. The house is well kept, but the grass has not been mowed for quite a while.
Interesting. Okay, is there anything else?
Are you doing anything else except sitting in the car or watching it?
Well, no, I'm staking out the house. I mean,
Well, then nothing's happening.
okay.
How long are you intending to stay?
Well, I mean, I guess we're taking shifts, so I'm gonna take this
Yeah, exactly.
entire
Have
day.
to set up shifts, so.
Yeah, like I guess I'll take like this day until it turns night, and then it's like the next person's turn.
Right. Daniel will return with the fact eventually that the knowledge that Dunham will get buried, and Violet eventually returns with guns and dynamite.
Dynamite.
Who is taking the second day?
I could easily do it, but because I'm lazy, it would be me and the driver. And I'd just be there reading while he's doing all the watching.
Yeah.
You
By the way,
have-
I'd just like to point out it can happen that soon-ish I get a 24-hour disconnect. I hope it doesn't happen, but we'll see.
Well, it's
You
a
are
good thing
already
I'm the
disconnected.
Good thing I'm the call host. So,
I'm now watching the next day with my driver, and I'm reading one of the whichever book it was that I was reading at this point. I can't remember. I was 2 weeks away from finishing a
the
book.
Liber Ivonus. Yeah,
Yes.
the Liber Ivonus. Yeah.
Get that delicious madness.
The
I
delicious...
never did finish that goddamn book.
You never did finish the book. No, you you went nuts and
Is this the
died.
equivalent of pouring one out for you? I'm going insane by reading a book for you.
That poor
Yes.
driver in the front, he's like sitting there watching, and like the whole time he hears Violet just going in the background, getting crazier and crazier.
They just say excerpts of like turned inside out. Does that Latin inside upside down?
So the second day, what's everyone else doing on the second day? Out of curiosity.
Morning.
Morning. Anyone else?
I'm well, no, go ahead.
I was just saying, if nothing else was going on in between shifts, if it wasn't my shift yet, I'd be doing some normal doctor work.
Yep, do some normal doctor work.
Simply because that's what I'd normally be doing.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And
I'm sitting in a box decomposing.
you are. Second day passes, and nothing happens at the house.
Okay.
This makes sense. Our expectation for how many days we have to wait is roughly 4.5.
By the way, I'm using the time, like the downtime that I have, to get a bit familiar with the weapons that Violet got.
That's a good
Like,
point. Can we do some practice shooting?
You can,
Yeah,
but you're not going to
let's-
be able to do enough to actually gain a
Yeah.
skill
fair
check
enough.
in
Yeah.
one day.
Okay.
No, not in one day.
Get a few routines in.
Nice.
Damn it.
Violet, you get a piece of inspiration. You think to yourself, it's all very well and good if we just sit here and wait. But the thought, you're reminded of the fact that when you went to Sam Baker's house, The book that you were just wanting to grab slipped from your grasp as you were a bit too late. You're realizing now that the con side.
So
the
what
con
you're saying
side
is
of,
suddenly I'm struck by the aphorism, strike while the iron is hot.
you realize that the fact that you've sat here for a whole day and nothing has happened,
Yeah.
that there is a chance that if you leave it too long, you might miss the boat.
So basically, we should go in like this night.
Only because she sat there the entire day and she was there when in Sam Baker's house.
Yeah.
Okay,
But,
I'm going to, in that case, gather everybody together and say, I say, old chums, but I've been struck by the thought that if we wait much longer, we might well, A, these poor missing fellows are probably going to be dying steadily, and if our chances of saving them get lower as the longer we wait, and B, given the lack of activity we've seen, it would be unlikely if we were to go in there and suddenly find a huge horde of them, given we've had the place under surveillance the whole time, we know there are none of them in there.
I agree with Violet. Like, nothing happened in 2 days. We should go in tonight. Like, we need to get revenge for Dunnan and smoke these bad guys out.
Okay, then how about someone sit there until this evening when we're all ready, and then we go in just to make sure no one obviously goes in.
But I shot man. That might be one of them. They might have run because man shot. might have skipped town. Might not be in there anymore. We have to check.
Well, if that's the case, we're certainly going to be even luckier. We hope
Yeah.
Right.
Like, we'll be lucky if we don't run into anyone like the guy you described.
Please don't. But please don't die like little Alexei.
You're going to wait.
He was such strong, good man.
I console the Russian man.
There. You're going to wait till evening.
Till it's dark, I'd
Who's
say.
waiting outside until evening? Or dark?
Dark. Yeah.
Who's waiting until dark? Which
I think-
person?
I'll go.
You'll go.
Since I've got all my stuff, I'll
You
take all my stuff with me anyway, so that's
I
fine.
assume I've got the gun to the back of the car, like as before.
Evening.
Essentially.
I will tell you now that evening comes and you don't see anyone in particular.
Cool.
Or darkness comes, so I imagine the rest of the people arrive.
Yep.
Those who have not seen the house yet, it is in a not particularly nice area, but it's surprisingly well kept and quite large. You all notice that the grass has not been cut for quite a while. There are no lights on from any window you can see at the front. There is a side corridor leading to the what you imagine will be the back.
Can we see that, like, neighbor houses and so on have lights on? Are
Yes,
they awake?
yes.
Are they there? Okay.
One house has lights on, certainly, but you imagine that there might be people there. These are all terrace-connected houses.
Shall we try the door? Is there a back entrance?
There is a way to the back.
Perhaps, especially with neighbours, it might be best if we approach from the back. Keep it off the streets.
Investigator on the street, Cthulhu in the sheets. Yes.
Is everyone going to the back?
Are there many people around?
Nope.
Well, I don't think there are people around, but we should be, like, quite careful that people don't think that we're burglars or whatever and call the police on us.
Well, in that case, first we should be quiet.
Yeah.
Second, we should try and conceal our weapons until we get inside.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Have we got a bag or something that I can stuff them in? Just pass them out when we get inside. I don't know.
Well, we should probably, like, just keep them on our person, like,
Yeah,
honestly.
exactly. Inside. Everybody's wearing a trench coat because it's the 1920s. So
Yeah,
it's
we
just
just
trench
put
coat
the-
city.
You no,
School shooting
the
about to go down.
house to the right, to the left, that actually had people in. Those people have now left.
And to be fair, it's prohibition,
Okay.
so there's not going to be any taverns.
They've gone out in a cab. You think now there might not be anyone in either of the surrounding houses.
Okay.
Then
Party
let's
tavern.
Go.
let's go. Should we? Do we want to all go together in the same entrance, or someone try the front, someone try the back?
So, by the way, sorry, I have to ask just real quick. So, the weapons that we actually have, so does that mean that basically every one of us has a shotgun now?
I got 2 shotguns, 2 Tommy guns.
Okay.
Stravinsky has his rifle with bayonet.
Stravinsky has a rifle. Okay.
He's not put the bayonet on yet, though. But I'm just saying, for the record, he's brought it.
Okay, well then give me like one of those Tommy guns.
Okay, I'm taking a shotgun and the elephant gun because that's hero mode.
Oh dear.
Elephant
what
gun on your
shots
back,
fired?
Halloween was
shotgun in
going,
hand. Yeah.
I guess I'll take a shotgun. But express my unfamiliarity with it.
Right. You guys are heading to the back entrance?
I apologise, but I assumed you'd be familiar with a trench gun.
Yeah.
Makes mental note.
And as I look at Daniel saying like he's unfamiliar with it, I basically like I take the shotgun out of his hands, I go load it and give it back to him, and I go, now you're familiar, just point it over there and shoot.
Oh wait, you can offer him your pistol because he knows how to use a revolver.
I've got a pistol on me.
He's got a gun.
Yeah.
Oh right,
I-
you got a pistol. Okay,
I've got
good.
a handgun, so-
I got my own pistol and I got a knife on me as well.
Also, don't forget I don't have a revolver. I have a 1911.
Ooh.
So you
Fancy.
guys are heading to the back door.
Yep.
Well, when you get to the back, the door's open. The window has been smashed.
Dynamic entry!
God fucking damn it.
Ollie,
Yes.
Breach.
you're upstairs.
Oh, am I?
You decided that this house, since it's not been occupied, it seemingly for a while, would be a brilliant one to burgle.
I agree.
What
Sounds
a
perfect.
dick.
You have
Oh.
broken in. You went straight upstairs without looking anywhere in particular. Your character is currently in a landing area on the first floor. There is there's a corridor, and it heads over slightly to the right.
Mm-hmm.
Double doors to your right, and 3 sets of doors ahead of you on the wall to the left.
Right.
You give me an action, and decide what you're going to do, and they'll get an action.
Okay then. I wish to carefully sneak along the corridor, carefully seeing if I can creep or peek into any of the rooms.
They're all the doors are shut.
Is there any way I can look through the keyhole to see if there's any sort of movement or anything?
You can try, but no lights are on.
That might be a problem.
That might be a problem.
I wish to go towards the first door, and seeing as I think there's no one home, I wish to slowly open it just to make sure.
Right, okay, you're opening a door. The door to the right is a library. There are bookshelves all along the walls and a comfortable chair in the middle of the room with a small table. There's a book on that table. Guys, the door is open. The window has been smashed. It doesn't take much to think that somebody might have gained entrance into here unlawfully before you.
Stravinsky attaches his bayonet,
Oh
starts
shit.
huffing through his beard.
Yeah, I guess I'll draw my weapon, my
I
pistol.
look at the others,
Ready?
place my hands upon my head in an imitation of Psyduck and say, "Men, I think somebody got here first."
That's
The strain of such high-level thinking.
What are you
Ollie,
My
can you
God,
give me
what-
the
what
name
gave
of your
that away?
character real quick? Ollie, can you give me the name of your character real quick?
You don't.
Not yet. You'll find out.
Just tell me real quick for the
No.
picture.
Oh, right, yeah, okay. No,
He's
it's got
called
to wait.
Chad.
It's got to wait. It has to wait.
Really, it does. It's
It
worth it.
does. It is worth it. It has to
Oh,
wait.
is it E died? Yeah, right.
What?
It's
We're
Anyway,
just shitting on everyone's preparation today, aren't we?
Yep.
Anyway, so are you guys going in through the door?
Certainly. I think that would be the most obvious thing to do. I mean, there's no point hanging around. I suppose. Actually, I'll take a look through the window. Why not?
It's a kitchen.
Good lord, how demonic does it look?
Not at all.
Occult paraphernalia?
Not that you can see through the window.
Unearthly ichors?
Nope.
Ectoplasm?
Nope.
Not even a single cultist?
No. No one.
Just shoot
Shit,
them
a
out.
cult hangout. Everybody's reported.
Any bacon?
No, not that you can see. To have a
Can
cult, to have a better
can
look,
Strav-
you'd have to
can
go in.
Stravinsky go in and employ his cooking skill to see if anything unsavory has been cooked?
You can certainly go in.
Should we perhaps split up, cover more ground?
Stravinsky enters.
You're
First.
entering.
Yes, he's the old man.
This
all
looks
these,
like a
these
well-stocked
young
kitchen
whippersnappers.
with food enough for weeks. There is no evidence of recent cooking.
As a rough indication, do we have any idea of the ground plan of the ground floor? I mean, looking
Nope.
at the
You have-
through the front door, can we see doors coming off or whatever? Is
Nope,
there?
you have no indication of what the ground plan is in this house. It's unusually large.
So okay, so I guess I'll just go in and see what's the first thing on the left.
In the kitchen,
Is that the first thing on the left?
this is the thing you've entered. You entered the back entrance into the kitchen.
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood. No, that makes sense. Yeah.
Ah, right, okay, yeah.
You couldn't.
Sorry, 'cause I thought we
Uh,
were going in. I thought the door was the front door, so we could see down the hall or something.
That would be a really inept burglar who breaks into the front door.
Or somebody
Yeah.
who knows there's nobody there.
But
Stravinsky
there'll be
would like to
people on
listen, please.
You're going to
Sorry.
make a listen roll then.
Yes, please. While Luke urinates profusely.
Listen to the.
For
beat.
fuck's sake, 89!
Can't
I've
hear-
rolled so many 89s.
Can't hear anything.
Deafest man.
Do we? Is that the act of actively listening?
He is actively trying to hear out stuff.
Okay. Cool.
But Mysterious person on the second floor, what are you doing?
Well, I look at the library. I think, well, apart from there might be a few interesting books, I have no need of selling books. I can't make any money
There
out of this.
is another door that's on the left-hand side. You think this might be a door that leads on to another part of the main hallway. There are no other exits except the way you came in.
I wish to go out the way I came and try another door then.
The one, are we turning right down into the corridor, or are you going to try the first door on the left?
Try the first door on the left.
Try the first door on the left.
Mhm.
You open the first door on the left, it's not locked. This door leads to a large bedroom, seemingly a master bedroom. There is a 4-poster bed and a large chest of drawers, as well as a wardrobe. You notice a small knife on the side table.
I wish to use spot hidden to see if there's anything of worth around here.
Spot hidden, eh?
Yes. What?
Roll
Just
spot
roll
hidden
that.
for me.
I got a 1.
Excellent. You raise that skill immediately by 3 points.
Yes.
Because you immediately exercise the gaining of your skill. 3 points.
Yeah,
You actually do not spot what you think you spot. As soon as you look in the room and examine around, you notice that there's something very unusual with the wall behind the chest of drawers. Something about it is not right.
Okay.
Ollie's instantly eaten by a mimic.
Shit, no, not after Dark Souls 2.
Welcome to Dark Souls.
What are you going to do with this information? You know, as a entrepreneur of acquiring items, that there very well could be some sort of treasure trove hidden behind secret walls.
Yes, okay. I'd like to have a quick glance around the room beforehand, check if there's anything else worth value, and after that I shall indeed check out the oddly
You
looking...
have to move the drawers.
Shit.
Quick push A.
But there's no one else in the house, so...
Yeah, good point, yeah. So yeah, I'll happily just move the drawers. I'll just in case there is someone on, like, because I still don't know if there is actually no one in, just in case. I will still try and be quiet, but I'm not going to put too much effort into being quiet.
Guys! You hear from upstairs.
Sorry, Kevin.
Someone upstairs is moving something.
I ready my pistol and say, "Quick, someone come upstairs with me."
Who's volunteering?
I say, don't just rush up there. You don't know
Stravinsky
what
rushes up
it
there.
is.
Strabitsky rushes up there.
I try to hold
Stravinsky rushes-
Stravinsky back. I try to hold him
No,
back.
You're too
you are
late.
young. I am old.
You're too late.
It
He
should-
acted. He acted first.
Should not be you. And he goes.
I follow him up then.
You could try and stop
Yeah, I follow.
Daniel, but you can't stop
No,
Stravinsky.
no, I follow them up. I say, fuck it, just cock your guns, get ready.
Mysterious assailant.
Yes, I hear
There
German.
are people in the house. Some of them are coming very quickly up the stairs. You can hear.
I shit myself profusely and use my I used my quick ability to hide under the bed.
Right, make me a sneak roll, I imagine.
Okay. That'd be 100. What is my sneak 70? 63.
And now make me a conceal roll.
Conceal. That would be. Conceal 66.
Right, you're hiding under the bed. People who rushed up maniacally.
I also wish to draw a weapon just to.
Can I say while they're rushing around, I'm searching the downstairs floor for anything that looks like a book.
Right, you're going to go into the... What happened is you guys ran straight through a dining room.
That's what Violet is doing while we might get molested by evil
Yep.
tentacles. Alright.
I'm sure they can handle it.
While
Books,
you guys
motherfucker.
rushed through a dining room, turned right, ignored 3 doors, and went straight upstairs, Violet enters the dining room and has a look. To describe upstairs for you guys, before I describe the dining room for Violet, you've rushed up some stairs. There is a open set of double doors immediately ahead of you, slightly to your left. And there is and the first door down a corridor. Like, imagine this corridor when you turn off the stairs. It's like a T shape. There's doors, like in the top part of the T. 3 doors to the left. The first one's open. There's a door
Upon
to
seeing
there's a
these,
door to your right. That double doors are open, and there's a turning to the right where you can't see what doors are behind it. There are only two
Upon
doors. However.
seeing all these doors, Stravinsky stops and listens.
Right?
No?
Can't hear Jack.
His name's not Jack. That's silly.
Violet.
Jack's right behind me.
Violet. Dining room.
Yes.
This room has a large table and chairs, all elegant and seemingly ornate. There are a few paintings, mostly of unusual things. On the wall, above a decorative fireplace on the southern wall, is a sword, hanging from a small display rack.
And it appears like a completely generic sword. If I were to... First, I'll have a quick look at the sword, given this is a cult that's associated with magic blades.
Right. A history roll for me, please.
History. 1 second. Click the button. 29. Again, what the fuck?
You succeed. This sword has been made in the design of a broadsword, is sharp and serviceable, and seems to be relatively new.
And has no occult markings of any kind.
Yes, there are occult markings on this sword, actually. There
And
is
is it
that symbol that you have seen before on the on that knife that you have.
The icon of the dagger.
The icon of the dagger.
I can't remember. These weapons were for sacrificial purpose, but were not actually magic.
You that's what you think.
Oh, I see. Catching it like that, are we? Okay. Is there anything else in this room? Is there a chest of drawers or anything?
There are the paintings that you can have a look at.
Yes.
Do you want to look at any of the
paintings,
paintings?
definitely. Certainly. I'll
You
have
have
a
your
look at
choice of a geology, geography, natural history, or Cthulhu mythos. You can make any of these.
do any of those root off my education?
Let me see. Let me tell you the base. You don't have most of these, do you?
I don't know. Let me see. What do I have? I have... no, I don't have any of those.
Well, I will go and find the base skills rolls percentages for you. I will tell you now that geology is 1%.
Excellent.
Geography is... Where is geography? Oh, come on, geography. Where are you hiding? Can't even find geography. Geography would also probably be 5%. And natural history is a 10%.
Okay.
You will be able to make Cthulhu Mythos as well as any of these other roles that you.
Okay,
one
well,
of these other roles.
Natural history plus Cthulhu Mythos, but can you do the rolls?
I will do the rolls.
I believe in your powers, Kiko.
What's your Cthulhu Mythos score?
5%.
You recognise from the descriptions in some of the Liber Ivonis that this picture is of a planet that is rumoured to be far away on the other side of the galaxy.
Well, that's a pretty good one to pull out.
You guys,
Are you saying I just rolled like under 5?
you did. You rolled 3.
Do I get an increase to the stats?
No.
Shit!
Your
Everybody's reported.
Cthulhu Mythos only works on information you know. You don't magically gain more knowledge.
so cool.
What are you guys doing? I imagine Mr. Heidi McBedhide is not doing anything yet until...
He is waiting to see who the
What are you
fuck
guys
is
Do
going
we,
to the
do we
house.
do we get into the room? I guess like Stravinsky gets in there first.
Which room is he going to?
The one where
Stravinsky motions
the noise
behind
came
him
from,
to
right?
make someone guard the stairs so whatever was making the noise won't go past him when he goes and checks the rooms.
You going to the... Which room are you going to first? The double doors or the single door?
Closest one?
Double
Is there
door.
any door open?
There are 2 doors open, I said. The double doors and the single door.
Okay, I say Stravinsky take the double doors. I'll take the other one. Daniel, can you take a look on the stairs?
Sure.
You're
Okay,
keeping an eye
thank
on
you.
the stairs, so... Stravinsky's
should
gonna
always
get
stay
to,
back.
Stravinsky's going to get to his first because it's closer.
Yeah!
Stravinsky!
Oh.
You see what looks like a well-stocked library. There are bookshelves all on the walls and a comfortable chair in the middle of the room with a small table. On the table is a book. Another set of
Stravinsky-
doors leading
Oh,
out
sorry.
is closed.
He quickly scans to see if there's anything in there that would hide a human. Yes.
Unless someone's hiding
anything-
under the very obvious table, which they're not. No.
He quickly leaves the room and rejoins Spiker.
In that case, Jack Kleiker goes to another room, which is what could commonly be described as a large bedroom, seemingly a master
Large
bedroom.
Yeah, okay.
4-poster bed and a large chest of drawers, as well as a wardrobe. A small knife is on the side table.
Do I see anything out of place? Any like is anything open, drawers open or something like that?
You